Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's early. It's about 7:40 a.m. I'm on my way to babysit today, and I'm so excited. I haven't seen the children since, what day did I last babysit? I don't know. Friday, I think. So I'm excited to see the children today. I have baby Ife all day. She has dance lessons today at 4. But if Jill's not home from work, then I'll take her to dance. Drop her off and go back in an hour and pick her up. They don't allow the parents to sit around and watch them. They still taking the universal COVID precautions. So I really am getting a lot of favorable responses on my snowy mansion tour yesterday through Old Westbury. I had not planned on doing that, y'all, but I'll let you know what prompted it. But first, I have a prayer request, and that is for Karen Redding. Y'all know her. You've seen her in the comments. And she's been having pain in her abdomen, so she went for test and yesterday morning. So we're just I'm hoping and praying that everything goes well and that it's nothing serious and something that can be easily taken care of and fixed with medication. So y'all please just remember Karen Redding in prayer. Appreciate it so much. Also remember the part of Texas that is expecting that severe winter storm. Not sure what they're calling it. I don't think they're calling it a nor'easter. I think they're calling it an Arctic blast. So all of y'all that are in the path of that, let me know what the predictions are and how y'all make out. What I worry about most of all is losing electricity and not having heat. I don't know if y'all have fireplaces or wood stoves or, ways to heat your home if you lose electricity. I know we don't. In my apartment complex, it's totally electric. I can't even take a sip of water because I just leave my water in the car. It's frozen hard as a brick. Oh Lord, I don't even think I might be able to get one sip out of it. Just enough to wet my whistle. Well, what I wanted to tell y'all about, what led to the video yesterday is because I just got irked. I hate it when I get irked. I have thick skin and round shoulders, and I usually carry a lot of patience with me when I go someplace, but this just irked me to no end. So I knew, I wanted to do a video yesterday, and I had wanted to cook. It's been a while since I've been in the kitchen cooking. So I have a can of the beef that was gifted to me in the food pantry hall. And it's actually ground beef, and it's processed by a USDA-approved meat processor. What they do, they put the ground beef, they pack it in a can, and then it's heated, canned actually while it's raw, but it cooks inside the can. So when you open it, there's a lot of tallow and fat and juice in it. So I kept thinking, what do I want to do with it? Do I want to make spaghetti sauce with it? And I thought, no, that's not very interesting. And then I thought, well, maybe I could make beef stroganoff, but really beef stroganoff is more made with steak, I think, and not a ground beef. So I thought, well, I'll just make up my own recipe and throw it all together and put it in the oven and just bake it. I also got a block of American USDA government cheese. It's not the round cheddar cheese, but it's a big block of American cheese. And American cheese usually melts very well. So I'm dying to try that. I haven't even opened it or tasted of it yet. So I decided I would make taco soup. Well, of course, I didn't have all the ingredients. the main thing that I needed was bell peppers. I have celery and I have parsley, which I could use in place of cilantro. And I wanted to get some chips, to crush up and sprinkle on top of the taco soup. And I needed corn. So I thought, well, I'll just run over to this little Latino market and pick up what I need. It's a small market, but, they usually have everything that I need. It's very well stocked, and they have a lot of fresh vegetables. And so I go in there and I get me the little basket that has a handle on it that you pull, and then I get the bags, which are all stuck together. So I have to get those open, and I picked out a couple of tomatoes. I got a bag of onions, a 5-pound bag of white russet potatoes. They were on sale for 2 bags for $5, so that would have only been $2.50 for 5 pounds. So I thought, well, I'll put a jalapeno in it. So I went through all the jalapenos trying to find one that was firm. And so let's see, what did I do next? Oh, I wanted to put some Rotel tomatoes in it, but I couldn't find Rotel. I couldn't even find Goya or any brand with tomatoes and peppers. But I thought, well, yeah, I'm going to put the spices in it. And the recipe that I was going to follow called for McCormick's taco seasoning mix. Well, they didn't have McCormick's, but they had Old El Paso and Goya. But it was like $2.25 or $2.29 for a little packet of taco seasoning mix. So I looked on the back, and it has all the seasonings that I already have in my pantry. Cumin and chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder. I thought, well, I'll just measure out about 1/4 of a teaspoon of all of my spices and use what I already have in the pantry and save that $2.29. So then I picked out some sour cream, and they had Land O'Lakes butter on sale. I picked out a package of frozen yellow sweet corn. And then, the chips, gosh, y'all, it took me 10 minutes to decide on the chips because they didn't even have like Lay's or anything like that. They had, Latino type. Anyway, it was written in Spanish. I couldn't even read what kind of chips they were. I had to look at the picture on the bag. And I didn't want a big bag because I knew I would eat them, and I didn't need that in the house. So I finally found a small bag of chips. So I just, just had everything that I needed, and I spent at least a half hour in the store, and I had everything set out at the house. I just wanted to get home and make my video. So I go up to the counter, and there's only 2 cashiers working. So they've got so much merchandise up there that you can't see the second cashier from the first one. So I'm standing in line at the first one, and she goes, she can take you over there. So I go to the second cashier, and I wait in line, and I get up there and start unpacking my basket, and she goes, cash only, cash only. I said, I have a debit card. So I put everything back in the basket and went back and stood in line at the first cashier. So when she finished with her customer, I went up there and started putting everything on the counter, and she goes, I had my debit card in my hand, and she goes, oh, cash only, cash only. I said, what? Your register doesn't take debit either? She said, no, system down, system down. So I put everything back in the basket. There were people in line behind me. So then I go over to the ATM to withdraw cash. She said, oh, ATM broke. I said, you mean to tell me that y'all let me go through all this store shopping and wasting my time picking up all this merchandise only to not be able to pay for it? I said, why don't you have a sign on the door that says cash only? Oh, I was so mad, y'all. I mean, that just really hurt me. I was so upset. So I just left. I left all the food in the basket and just left. I had to get out of there before I flew off the handle. Oh, I was so angry. And there were other people in the same situation. I saw a lady waiting, standing there with all of her food, waiting, and her husband, he came in and handed her a wad of cash. You know, I'm not the only one who was inconvenienced at that store. They need to have a big sign on the door, you know, system down or cash only today or something. Has that ever happened to y'all? Oh, so frustrating. So when I left there, I was just too aggravated, as Dort would say, to even try to go to another store and get the stuff to make the taco soup. So hopefully I can get to the store today, at least get the bell peppers. I mean, everything else I can manage with what I do have. So that did calm me down a lot, going through Old Westbury and looking at those mansions. But there's a lot of old money there, y'all. There's the Phipps mansion. I forget what Mr. Phipps did to earn his money. Probably the railroad or banking or something. I would try to get to that one day. I think it's called, they call it Old Westbury Gardens now. So anyway, I just want to wish all of you a beautiful day. The sun is shining here in the Northeast on Long Island, New York. And it's going to be a wonderful day. Y'all don't worry about me. I'm not sick. These are just the black circles under my eyes that I was born with. I just ran out of time today and couldn't put on any cover cream or makeup. But this is my all natural look. So y'all please give me a thumbs up and share. And if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. We have a wonderful group of people here, and we pray for one another and support each other. We have a lot of fun. So please just hit the red subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys.